If this video appears in front of you right now, it is not a coincidence. You did not click by accident. Maybe you are tired. Maybe your heart feels heavy. Maybe you have been making DU letter 2BF a Macron letter 2BE for a long time and all you hear is silence. And yet, Allah allowed these words to reach you at this exact moment. As if something gentle is telling you, I see you. I know what you are carrying. You have not been forgotten. Many people smile on the outside while fighting quietly on the inside. They pray, they try to stay patient, but deep in their hearts they wonder why everything feels so slow. Why the weight never seems to lift, even though they are trying their best. If this feels familiar, stay with me for a moment. This video is not here to promise quick miracles. It is here to remind your soul of something it may have forgotten. Before we continue, if reminders like this help you feel understood and bring calm to your heart, gently like this video and subscribe to Deen and Discipline. Not for numbers, but so these reminders continue to reach hearts that need them. Sometimes one small action allows someone else to feel less alone tonight. The pain you are feeling is not always a sign of failure. Often, it is a sign that something deep inside you is changing. The wise have always said that when the soul begins to awaken, confusion often comes first. You feel lost, but in reality, something inside you is being rearranged. What you thought was stable begins to fall apart, and what was hidden slowly comes to the surface. Rumi spoke about this strange feeling of being broken without knowing why. He reminded us that sometimes the place where you feel wounded is exactly where the light enters. This does not mean the pain is easy or pleasant. It means the pain is not meaningless. If you feel cracked open, it may not be because you are weak, but because your heart is opening to something more real. There are moments when you ask Allah for clear signs, something obvious, something visible, and nothing seems to happen. No answer, no movement. And quietly you wonder if Allah hears you at all. But Allah's silence is not abandonment. Very often, it is a deeper form of teaching. Like a teacher who watches silently while the student learns to stand on their own. Silence can be a form of mercy. Al-Ghazali explained that the heart sometimes goes through dryness. You pray but feel nothing. You do good, yet your heart remains heavy. Many people assume this means hypocrisy or distance from Allah. In reality, this phase is often part of purifying the ego. Allah removes emotional sweetness so that sincerity can grow. Worship becomes real when it continues even without feelings. You may feel stuck while everyone else seems to move forward. Others marry, succeed, find clarity, while you remain in the same place. Many remain trapped at a level where they want control and immediate results. But those Allah draws closer are often led into a harder stage. A stage where waiting becomes part of growth and patience becomes a form of worship. Waiting does not mean doing nothing. Spiritually, waiting means continuing effort while releasing control over outcomes. Ibn Allah taught that when Allah delays something, it is not to deprive you but to prepare you. If what you ask for came too early, it might harm your heart instead of healing it. There is a difference between being lost and being in transition. Being lost feels empty and directionless. Transition feels uncomfortable but meaningful, even if nothing changes on the surface. Many people chosen for inner growth feel isolated, misunderstood, even by themselves. This is not rejection. It is often necessary quiet for the heart to reconnect with Allah. If your faith feels lonely, remember that closeness to Allah is often silent. True transformation rarely makes noise. It happens when no one sees you holding back tears, choosing patience, returning to Allah again and again despite exhaustion. You may wonder why Allah does not give you one clear sign to reassure you. But what if this reminder itself is already a sign? What if the way these words touch your heart is part of the answer? Allah often speaks through thoughts placed gently in the heart at the right time. Faith is not only visible actions. It is an inner journey. Some seasons feel light and sweet. Others feel heavy and demanding. Both belong to the path. Al-Ghazali reminded us that sincerity reveals itself when worship continues without emotional reward. If you feel unseen, know that Allah does not only look at results. He looks at what happens inside you while you struggle. Every effort, every return, every silent tear is known. Nothing is wasted. What you are waiting for may come in a different form than you expect. Or perhaps the real gift is not what you are asking for, but who you are becoming while you wait. Ibn Allah taught that Allah sometimes gives less outwardly to give more inwardly. If your heart feels tired, allow yourself to breathe. You do not need all the answers today. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to remain turned toward Allah, even with questions, even with confusion. Faith is not the absence of doubt. It is staying despite it. Before you leave, share what you are carrying in the comments. Even a single word matters. Your message may be the light someone else needs. And if this reminder touched you, share it gently with someone who may need reassurance. May Allah bring peace to your heart. May He remind you that His silence is full of wisdom and mercy. And may He help you trust that you are closer to Him than you realize.